Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who comes by and supports my page. It really does mean a lot to me. If you all can please press the like or dislike button and subscribe, comment, or even email me if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns. My email is always going to be in the description box. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Hey guys, it's Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. So I had to jump in real quick and give this message. First, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for visiting my page. Thank you for showing support and being concerned about the injustices that Black women and children face every day in the United States. I really do appreciate your support. You don't know how much that means to me, especially because I myself am a Black woman. I'd also like to put this quick disclaimer out there. Do not come to my page victim shaming or blaming. You will be immediately blocked for that. I do not tolerate it. There is no need for it. And I'm pretty sure you knew what you were saying in the comment before you posted it. So be respectful. Many of the victims, their families come back and they visit this page. I am their advocate. This is their safe space. No disrespect will be tolerated. You all have a good day. I'm going to let you go back into the commentary. Every 5.5 hours in the United States of America, a Black woman or child is murdered. Stop killing Black women. Stop killing Black children. Wait, hold up. Now, before we get started in today's topic, I wanted to share one last but important and exciting thing with y'all. So I have been communicating with the ladies over at Black Femicide US, and this year's 2022 Black Women's March is going to be held in August. It's going to be held precisely August 27th, 2022. That's a Saturday, y'all, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to be marching around the city. Yes, you heard me correctly. I said we're, because Candace Yvette is going to be in attendance, and I am honored to be there. I feel privileged to be there. There's going to be raffles. There's going to be food. There's going to be guest speakers. So if you can, please come out and join us. If you can't join us physically, support us virtually. Share and like this video. Share it with all your friends, or if you can't share the video, go over to Black Femicide's Instagram or their Facebook page, find this flyer and share it. I'm going to read their statement before I go into today's topic. It's one that, even though they wrote, I agree with it as well. So it says, we're going to be marching for the liberation of Black women and girls. We march to bring awareness to the issues that Black women and girls face uniquely and disproportionately. We march to honor Black women and girls and to discuss our plan of action on our future in this country that directly ties to our liberation. Beautiful statement. So I hope you guys can come out and join us. Again, the date is August 27th of 2022. The place is Washington, D.C. We're going to be meeting at the Washington Monument, okay? Washington Monument. So if you can be there, be there. If you need more information, just email me or send Black Femicide US a DM. All right, now it's time to go into our topic. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Candace Yvette, and I am back with another video. In this video, I have came across an update on the Bronx, New York attack. If you guys don't know about that, please go back down into the videos and find that video. This guy was wanted, and I put the alert, I put the video with red emojis in it so that people can basically specify and separate the wanted or the urgent cases from the other cases and stories that I share. But anyways, this guy was wanted, y'all. He allegedly followed a woman into a elevator. She was going home. It was late Monday night. He followed her to the elevator. He had her at knife point and he robbed her. Only got like $112 from her. And then he dressed himself. He got a condom, put it on, and proceeded to grape this woman right there in the elevator. So he turned himself in on Thursday I believe at 8:30 p.m. Okay, but from what police are saying in this article, they saying from she hadn't even got to the apartment building, y'all, and he had stalked her from somewhere. So you really have to take what I say at the end of these videos seriously. Be safe, be alert, and be aware. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to always be alert, and do not take anything for granted, or do not look at a situation and be in denial about it and think, oh, well, either that couldn't happen to me, or this person don't look like they can do this. Because like I tell young children, I don't just tell my children this, I tell young children this: every monster doesn't look like a monster. They don't have claws and large fangs and a scary face. Some of them look like angels. Ain't that how Lucifer looked? Like an angel. They said he was the most beautiful angel or whatever, and now he's the biggest. He's worse than a demon. He's the devil. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to be careful out here, because let me read this part of the article. It says the attacker stalked the victim as she entered the elevator, displayed a knife, and barked at her that this is a robbery, don't move or do anything stupid. Okay, and it says that he basically followed her home. You know, so you really have to be aware, have your antennas up at all times, especially if you know what I'm saying, you're a woman, you know. And basically I'm talking to women, because obviously this is Black Women Aware, you know, this is a woman's channel. But anyways, so he had been only out, y'all, on the streets for 6 weeks. This man had just did 16 years in jail and got out, was only out 6 weeks, and stalked this woman home and did this crazy thing to her, raped her and robbed her. And it reminds me of the other case that I shared maybe a little over a week ago with the 16-year-old girl who was minding her own personal business at her bus stop, waiting on the school bus to go down to school, wasn't bothering nobody. She didn't fit the stereotype of so-called being fast or any dumb shit like that, which even if she was, us as adults, we ought to know not to fuck with these goddamn kids. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thinking on it. But that predator in that situation had not even been out a motherfucking week, y'all. He hadn't even been out a week, and the case that he was being prosecuted for was still in the making. He was out on bond, and even while he was facing charges on robbery in the previous case, he was out here trying to kidnap a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So why I'm bringing that case up and talking about this one at the same time is because this guy, his name is, let me see what the hell his name is. His name is Ramon Reteston. Ramon Reteston had been locked up, y'all, for 16 years. Wasn't even out a good month and a half before you out stalking a motherfucker and robbing him. So I'm thinking, can these people, these predators, really be rehabilitated? You know what I'm saying? I probably will talk on a live with that with me and Sent, and maybe I'll get a phone line where people can call up and let me know what they think as well, because I wonder if these type of motherfuckers can really be rehabilitated. How the fuck do you spend 16 years in jail and then get out and do some shit like this? This is the characterization of not somebody with mental illness. This is the characterization of somebody that's just that has a dark spirit, a demon in them. You know, that's just my opinion on it. Because anybody else would get out and be like, you know what, I'm not trying to get in no more trouble. I'm going to walk a straight line. Or hell, I'll even give you this. If motherfucker do get out of prison or jail and they done did all that time, the worst they should probably be doing is, hey, you know what, I was hustling on the block. Because, you know, I know and I read the stats, and it says that any inmate who is on parole, it takes them a good year to even find a job, because don't nobody want to hire them. Don't nobody want to fuck with them. So some of these people do get out and they do be focused on doing the right few things, but won't nobody take a chance on them, right? Won't nobody take a chance. So most of them either go back to jail within a year because they're trying to make money, and so they revert. If they were drug dealers when they went in, they revert back to what they went in for in the first place, which was drug dealing, because most of these people have families and people who depended on them, and they get out and won't nobody hire them or give them a break, so they go back in for some shit like that. And if it was something like that, honestly, I could understand. I probably won't agree with the shit, but I understand, because, you know what I'm saying, bills don't stop for nobody. You know what I mean? But some ruthless ass shit like this, like kidnapping a motherfucker or S-word assaulting somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's no motherfucking excuse for that. Ain't no understanding from that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how a motherfucker can get out, do all that time and do some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me go on. So it says Roteston was charged with rape and sexually motivated robbery. Authorities said he has 2 prior arrests for rape, y'all. One in December of 2005. That was exactly 16 years ago. And another one from February 2nd of 2006. So he did these ones like within 2 or 3 months of each other. And that's probably what he got arrested for 16 years ago. And he has one previous bust for attempted rape in February 28th of 2006. So all of these 3 assaults, they took place around the same timeline, okay, around that same time. So this fool, if you were to ask me, it's almost like he cannot be stopped. Okay, so let me keep going. In each of these cases, he was armed with a knife. So he, even after damn near 20 years, the motherfucker didn't change how he stalked his prey. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words, he approached the victim in an elevator and robbed them. Okay, so he have been doing this shit for a while. Then not only that, but he never changes his methods. So us as women, you know that some of these guys, they target women. You know what I'm saying? If you look up serial killers, the majority, other than Jeffrey Dahmer, the majority of serial killers, they go after women. Women are their main, prey. Let's just say it like that. So as a woman, if you live in an apartment place or if you live somewhere you take elevators frequently, you should never get in the elevator with a man alone. Or if you feel like you have to, make sure you're armed. Me personally, I wouldn't let them stand behind me. I would stand behind them, because that way, bitch, if you try something, I could just dig in this pocket and I got whatever on me. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm always be ready. It ain't even gonna be in a pocket. I'm gonna let a motherfucker know I got it on me. They gonna see it. It's not illegal to pull it out, especially if I know that I had to protect myself. I can explain that shit to the police later. You can't explain shit to nobody when you in the hole. Let's just keep it real. Anyways, they said his parole expires in March of 2027, but he was released, y'all. He was just released on parole March 30th from state prison, where he had been held for rape, S-word abuse, and burglary charges. So now that he's going back, I believe they're probably gonna expire that parole a lot earlier. Let's keep reading. So it says Roteston was ordered held without bail at his Thursday night arraignment in the Bronx criminal court. This defendant has a long history of not only violently assaulting women, but failing to abide by court orders. Again, can these kind of people be rehabilitated? Because I highly doubt it. These kind of people, and I hate to say it, but it gives new light or it makes you second guess like what you feel about the death penalty. It really does. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm kind of half and half when it comes to the death penalty. When it comes to the death penalty, my personal belief is if you hurt a child, I don't believe there's no rehabilitation for you. I believe you need to be put down like a dog. That's just my opinion, or whatever. That's my opinion on it. But again, he was a repeat offender, y'all. He's a repeat offender. This motherfucker had to sit down for 16 years and got out, and not only attempted or did rape a woman again, allegedly, but he had did the same thing like when he went in 16 years ago 3 other times. Nothing changed about it. Not his method, not anything. He had a knife. He would catch these women in the elevators. He would rob them, and then he would rape them. Okay? So somebody like this or whatever, it kind of reminds me, because I watch a lot of stuff. I'm always studying stuff on serial killers and serial offenders and serial rapists and things like that. And the next step for somebody like this who has a hunger, because you got to think about it, 16 years is not a short period of time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? think about years. Think about that term, years, because I know 16 makes it seem like a short period of time, but when you put years behind it, think about sitting down somewhere. Think about sitting in your motherfucking closet with the lights off for 16 years for some shit that you done did, and getting out. You probably would be thinking like, hell no, whatever I did to get put in that motherfucking closet, I don't want to do again. I'm not going to do again. So think about where I'm going with this. How do you sit down like caged like an animal for 16 years for something? Ain't even been out a month and a motherfucking half, and you get out and do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So people like this, because I study serial killers and serial rapists, like serial killers, when they kill, I'm just gonna be honest, they don't see it's a turn in the psychology. It's the same thing that I was talking about when I was discussing the Lucifer effect. Okay, it's a turn in our psychology. They're not seeing their victims as human beings. Like, they see you no different than they see a goddamn rat, and they don't hold any emotional bond or anything to you. Nothing. No empathy, nothing in them clicks to say, hey, this is another human being, I should let them go. They don't have that. That's why they're called sociopaths, okay? But anyway, with a serial rapist, one thing that I know about serial rapists is, like this guy, as y'all can see, he was never charged with murdering his victims, because that's all they do. They'll rob you, they'll rape you, and they'll go on about their way. But if they keep getting out, their hunger and that demon for that perversion, it will grow. And if they don't want to be caught, because most of them don't like getting caught, they will graduate to murder. You see what I'm saying? They will eventually graduate to murder. So like I said, answer the question in the comments for me, y'all, please and thank you. Can people like him, do you think people like him can be rehabilitated? Because I personally don't. I don't think he should be on the taxpayer's dime either. I personally think people like him should be permanently terminated. I don't think they should be, because this, how the fuck you sit down for that long and then get out and not only do the same shit, but do it the same way you did 16 years ago. You know what I mean? And back in the day, like 2005, we had cell phones, we had the internet, but technology has really increased from way back when. So basically, for you to do the same thing all this time later, you know what I'm saying, not giving a damn or thinking that, damn, they might be able to catch my ass quicker. Like, you wasn't thinking, he didn't care. Basically, what I'm telling y'all is that demon in him, that perversion in him has overtaken him. He didn't even care that he spent 16 years of his life in the damn hole. He has an issue, y'all. He has an addiction. You know what I'm saying? People like this don't need to be walking the motherfucking earth or whatever freely and just, you know what I'm saying, not harming people like this. I'm praying that his victim, she's able to recover. She's going to definitely need a therapist probably for a long time after this, especially if she has to get on the elevator or whatever. That's definitely going to spark up some trauma for her or whatever. But people like this, y'all, again, I'm about to get off of here, but answer that question for me. Do you think people like this can be rehabilitated? This is Candace Yvette. I'm going to be signing off now. You all, please take this message seriously, and be safe, be alert, and be aware.